By 1303, Moscow controlled land that encompassed the entire flow of the Moskva River. Its ambitions didn't end there. Moscow continued to expand its borders through its wealth rather than warfare. Its tactic was to buy land from bankrupt rulers, acquiring entire towns and villages in the process. As Moscow was still a vassal of the mighty Mongol Empire, it had to send envoys to pay them tribute. And Moscow's ever-expanding borders meant more and more revenue for the Mongols. But not everyone was content with the rise of Moscow. As Moscow grew in power and influence, its Grand Prince, Dmitry Ivanovich, reinforced its vulnerable defenses. Its wooden fortress, the Kremlin, was rebuilt. This time, in stone. But even stone walls didn't deter its enemies. By 1368, Lithuania saw rapidly expanding Moscow as a real threat. Joining forces with the Principality of Tver, they set out to challenge its dominance. They attacked Moscow. But the stone walls held, and the enemy retreated. Tension between the factions refused to die down. In 1370, Moscow marched on territories belonging to both Tver and Lithuania, igniting a full-blown war. Years of bloody conflict ensued, until Moscow's Grand Prince Dmitry Ivanovich finally defeated both enemies. Yet Moscow was still a vassal of the Mongol Empire, which still demanded tribute. Moscow must keep up the payments or face retribution.
Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play Age of Empires 4. Now, the idea of paying tax to the Mongolians does not sit well with me, but we must do what we must do in order to maintain historical accuracy. Oh, good grief. Let's get on with this.
Trade routes between Rus settlements supported a vibrant economy, which in turn allowed Moscow to pay forward tribute to the Golden Horde. If Moscow was to avoid a Mongol attack, Dmitry would have to meet the Horde's tribute demands before the Khan's patience expired.
I'm sure the Khan is a patient man. You're a rather embellished chap, aren't you? Right, what do we need?
Moscow's primary means of raising the taxes demanded by the Horde was through trade with nearby Rus towns. But Prince Dmitry would have to keep his traders safe from raids by opportunistic bandits that stalked the countryside.
Okay, I notice I'm still in Moscow, same as the last mission. Now we have stone walls, as per the educational video. The attention to detail is appreciated,
While
very much
Moscow's
so.
trade was strong, Dmitry could bolster his income if he could locate additional trade partners.
Just sort my hotkeys out, don't mind me. So I need to build donkeys. Seems apparent, and I need to pay gold I think I could do through this. Yes, I can do through this menu. The game didn't tell me that, but I've played enough multiplayer team games to know how to do that. Fortunately for me. This is how you would send resources to your allies if they were struggling. If you're playing a team game, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, all very fun. Not ashamed to say I'm literally always been on the receiving end. I've never given anything to anyone, because I'm always the one struggling. But we soldier on, and I appreciate their sacrifices. There is stone everywhere, but do I want stone? Here's me currently protecting my trade route, by the way. There's nothing going on.
Trade routes brought wealth, but
They're going to die.
passage was not a given with bandits stalking the roads.
I suppose I could get some money by killing the deer in the surrounding areas. I mean, that makes sense, right? I think the game tried to explain it as we kill the deer and then we sell their pelts. I think that was the justification for why slaughtering deer generates income. And I guess, I mean, I'll take that, I suppose. I'm not happy about it, but sure. Oh, I have a market. I have a market, so I can make gold by selling other resources. Something we need to look into. Not sure where those bandits went. The problem about using the donkeys in order to generate gold is they do cost gold to build. Now, they will pay for themselves very quickly. I can show you how much a donkey makes per trip. Hang on, hang on. Brace yourselves. I'm giving you a minute just to get ready for this. This is going to blow your mind. You see this donkey? Hang on, hold it, hold it. 117 per trip. Oh no, that was a good time. Alright, I'm going to start slaughtering the animals. In the meantime, I could do with a few more on wood, I think. Where's my wood line? Over here. Over here. Not sure why I'm sending the main army off on these minor hunts, but I am. With workmen. I could harvest them for food, but it just feels safer to build my food resources inside the stone walls. And it probably feels safer because it is safer.
Increasing Moscow's income required locating additional trade partners.
Alright, game, one thing at a
To
time.
do so, the Muscovites needed to scout the land in search of new settlements.
Yes, I understand what is required. Surprisingly enough, I had worked out that finding new trade partners involved scouting around and first locating them. But I appreciate the instructions. Maybe they're the other side of this stealth forest. Who knows? Let's have a look. Maybe there's deer inside. That's what I'm really here for. More cheeky chappies. Stalking around. Perfect. Here's a trade partner. Sure. If they've been raiding us, they might have money they've taken from us. Get in there, Dimitri. How strong are you? Not very. I mean, you're stronger than your average man, but you're no Joan of Arc, let's put it that way. I hope they have got a big stash of gold here, because I'm not going to make this deadline. And now my donkeys are falling too, because I'm too busy raiding the bandits. I do like the fact that the tables have turned somewhat here, though. It's nice. Curses! They hid it behind a tree. They're too smart.
As the deadline for payment of tribute approached,
100, that's
Dimitri
it.
had to quicken his efforts to collect the necessary taxes.
Okay, this is going to be genuinely difficult. Going for that bandit camp was not worth it in the slightest. Okay, we need to market. We need to sell. Okay, that's fine. I got more than I thought I would for that. I'm not overpaying him. There you go.
With the Golden Horde paid, the Muscovites could concentrate on expanding their territory until the next payment was due.
Next payment? What are you talking about? We're done. We're even now. Maybe if I destroy the bandit camps, they'll stop raiding me. That would make sense. Always feels a bit risky relying on logic, but let's go for it. Now, one thing about the Rus is that they have access to knights earlier than you'd expect. I'm in feudal age, that's the second age. Usually you don't get knights until the third age. But the Rus do get second age knights. So did the French, if you recall. But the English, the Mongols, and everyone else gets knights in the third age. That's a little benefit there for the Rus. The problem with that is that they cost gold. And given the nature of this mission, I don't think it's wise I build units that cost gold. So instead I'm going to go archery rangers and get a lot of archers that cost only food and wood. As the main bulk of my army. Can't build an arsenal, which is unfortunate, so I can't actually upgrade my archers. Which is what I would have liked to have done. Hey ho, we can't have everything we want. If there's no bandit camp here, I am amazed. This is textbook bandit camp territory. Oh, it's going to be in there. That's a stealth forest.
As Moscow grew in riches, the Khan continued to demand taxes. If Dimitri did not pay, he would face the swift vengeance of the Horde. As Prince Dimitri sought to increase Moscow's power, he turned from trading with his neighbors to purchasing their lands outright. If he owned the surrounding lands, Moscow would be the dominant center of Rus' power, and Dimitri would be secure as Grand Prince.
I don't know how I do that, but all right. Tip. Wish I still had my scout. I can't see a damn thing in here. Can't hide from me. How can I even see that? That's outside of my field of view. We just sensed it. Right, I'm going to spend a little bit of gold on upgrades, because I think it's worth it. Assume I can meet my Mongol. What would you call this? Protection money, I guess. Via food trading, if needs be. So instead I'm just going to focus on reducing the number of times I get attacked. I deliberately attacked this place that I suspected was a bandit camp. And yet here we are. Where was that other squad? It's not what I was looking for, but it'll do. Please don't kill all of my donkeys. I really missed my scout. I'm going to build a new one. Train. I suppose you don't build humans, do you? Alright, you ready for an oddity? We have a tower that's desperately trying to defend itself. It's manned by one spearman who's using a bow. Get the donkeys in there. Yes, they fight back. You look, we're now shooting 3 arrows per... What do you call this? A cycle. It's not really a volley. But yes, the donkeys are fighting. Technically speaking, the men on top of the donkeys are doing most of the fighting, but... For comedy reasons, the donkeys are fighting. I know damn well you've got a base up here. Alright, donkeys, out you go.
Kerisler welcomed Dimitri's envoys and the coming of Muscovite traders.
Yes.
But more traders on the roads meant an increased threat of bandit raids.
Aha, so this is a further away market, which means it's worth more gold. Strange system. The further away the market, the more gold you get per trip. Now you may be thinking, well, that's not worth it then, right? Because it takes longer. If a trip takes longer but gives you more, that's just added risk for no benefit, right? No. You see, the gains are exponential. Meaning if you go twice as... Okay, this maths probably isn't right. But just work with these numbers, okay, and pretend they're true. They're not true. I'm just making stuff up. But it's something like, if you go twice as far, you get 4 times the gold. So it's worth it to go further, even though it takes longer. Because the benefits of going further outweigh the cost of it taking longer. I don't know the actual formula, it's probably not that strong. The difference probably isn't that much. But the takeaway message is, if it's safe to do so, you should always go to the furthest away market. Because then you get the most gold per minute. But as you can imagine, safety becomes an issue. Because if your donkeys die before they get back, then you get 0. Okay, we are doing good for gold. So good, I'm going to treat myself. Do a couple of upgrades. A couple of spearmen. And a whole swarm of archers. I've decided that's the collective noun. Couple more donkeys. And let me just scout this area. You want to slaughter the local wildlife? He's a good chap. Whoa, hello. What are these numbers? 1,000 of gold, 10,005. I mean, if you understand that, you're doing better than I am. Why is this donkey still on his suicidal journey? Out of here, man. That's your new home. Thought that was bandit backup then. Thought they were getting organised. Arrows versus tents is a very sad affair. I'll just leave Prince Dimitri over here. Sorry, I forgot his Reginald rank. Alright, settle down. God, they're so pushy. I think we got that one. Alright, here you go. How much can I afford? 15. Happy? Calm yourselves. Alright, that tent's burning. Look at the number of torches it takes to set fire to a cloth tent. Strange world we live in. Oh, hello. I had units here all along I never knew about. Should probably mix up the army a little bit. I guess I got some spearmen in there. Okay, so let's try to understand this menu. 1,000 gold of 10,008. This is very sad. Perhaps it's not worth the risk. Just take a quick trip to Kolunma. Nice safe one. The army will clear things out if you just give them
Khan
time.
once again demanded taxes from the growing Rus provinces. But this time, the price to keep the horde at bay was higher than ever before.
One more torch, come on, you can do it. Fantastic. I want that gold though. Hang on now. Here we go. The game taunts me by forcing me to save as a trader dies. And what now? 2,000? Greedy swines. I'm gonna start buying this stuff. I assume this is just 1,000 of 1,000. I don't understand what this is. 384 of. Oh, you must collect gold from the set. Oh, so we need to send people over here. I see. 30 gold per minute without traders. 55 gold per minute without traders. Take that one then. Seems good to
With
me.
an exchange of gold, Dmitri secured the loyalty of the rulers of Kerisler.
Let me guess, you're saving again? No?
Moscow's power grew as it absorbed the lands around Kolunma.
Right, well in that case, I need all of my donkeys on the long trip to this place so I can actually buy it out. I find it interesting that the moment I purchase a place, I lose all control over it. Well, I mean, I gain control over it, but by extension that means I lose it. When it's neutral, they don't attack it. Alright, protect the donkeys at all costs. Let's start a new army up. Oh, it's that scout I trained a long time ago. How you doing, mate? Why are you donkeys so disobedient? Go here. Here. Okay, Mongol demands are pretty controllable. What is it with you donkeys? Mongol demands are pretty controllable now. Say we're alright in those states. Did I ever get that upgrade that I wanted a long time ago? I did. And I got all of the armory upgrades, so Okay, I don't need siege for this mission. Okay, we're in good shape. We just need to protect this transport line.
Before he could purchase the settlements, Dmitri needed to prove he could provide safe passage for the traders and their goods.
Safe's a bit generous. But I guess safe enough. Depends what your standards are like. Sometimes I wonder what the bandits are hoping to accomplish with these kind of maneuvers. Don't think we're going to save this in time, are we? We're going to build one villager to repair. This man's going to die the second he comes out. Leave it be. Ah, you swine. At least the bell's still standing. I think this is going to do much for my reputation of being able to protect a trade route. I'm sure it'll be fine. Looks like we need one more passage from each. One more pass. Aha. Well, that's worth a kill. Yes, I saw it. You don't need to whistle at me. We just pay the Mongols now before I forget. They're seriously going to raid me whilst I'm raiding them. I mean, it makes some sense, but it's irritating. I have trust in my prince. Rightly or wrongly, how many people is he going up against here? Quite a lot. He's favoured in the fight. He is the counter. Give me that settlement. Settlement destroyed, that's what I like to see.
Purchased the lands of Troitsky and extended Moscow's power. Bandits remained a threat on the roads, however.
Find more settlements. Fine, fine, if you insist. We're in a secret little fight in the woods here. I'm just going to protect this with a couple of archers. Wait, now that I own this, I can't trade with it. That actually hurts my own economy. This is terrible. My donkeys have nothing to do. Okay, bring the donkeys with me. Nice, new. Just ignore the spears impaling you. Build the tower. Or shimmy. Distract them, men. This plan didn't work, did it? It's okay, we distracted them long enough for the reinforcements to come in. Not that the reinforcements are going to achieve anything either, but still. We'll have that. Where do we think their base is going to be? We're just going to follow the road. That would make sense for a trade route. Bit dangerous applying logic, but we'll give it a go. Get a few more scouts. The idea of bringing the donkeys is that as soon as I find this market, we can just immediately load up on gold. That's an ominous save. Just run anywhere. I don't. Oh no, the donkeys. This guy's bringing a couple of wolves with him to attack. What an ambitious chap. Okay, that's probably safe. Taking scouting to the next level, literally just sending them in any old direction.
When Dmitri's men located Vladimir, they opened another revenue stream for the Grand Prince.
I'm not happy with W's being pronounced like V's. Alright, Vladimir, I'm coming. Bandits. No time for that though. I should have done this at the start of the mission, really. Scouting the area is probably quite a smart move. Oh, you'll be fine, don't worry about it. Interesting that bandits are still attacking me over there. Makes me think I've missed something. Three wolves at once. The man's a machine. Look at him go. Alright, get the goods. I know I can't buy this place. Eat donkeys. I guess that's what the random 8 was on the end of the 1000s.
The small settlement at Perislav welcomed Muscovite scouts and the prospect of trade.
Scouts is right. How did the game know? I'm sure where you guys are off. Okay, where's that army? The best army in the world, but it will do. Start clearing out anything you find. don't think we can get into there. I think that's just a sealed off tree line. Wow, you won against all those wolves. I'm impressed. We'll just say attack to there. Find your way. There we go. We knew it had to be bandit camp somewhere. There's still 3 remaining, so that's 2 of them. Disappointing. We're going to just on defense. Start to secure that. Go kill those bandits. How's the fight here going? It's working. It's not fast, but it's working. You think this is slow? Wait until you watch me burn down the tents. With only 9 archers. 8 archers. Pay this ahead of time. You know me, Genghis. I always pay my debts. Fantastic. Is Vladimir done?
Vladimir became another outpost of Moscow's growing influence.
Another 2 bandit camps dealt with. I wonder if this means there's literally 5 in the whole map, which means that Perislav, Slav, I think, is the last one. Pronunciation was always fated to take a downward turn when we got to Russia. I love the fact it's always the tents that take the time. You scout, you're actually better at burning tents than this whole army. Get to it. Anyone else? Another scout. Fantastic. So we've got the donkeys escorted. We've got another 10 gold. Gotta decide where the last bandits should be. Maybe over here? Go see if we can find them. And they could be up here as well, but it seems a bit excessive. I mean, maybe. Answers that question. We've got quite an excessive guard on these donkeys, but I think it's worth it. Not another settlement, please. Oh, I only need to get 5. Must have a few units, right? That's probably enough. So when they're getting softened up by a tower with one man in it, probably do the job. Come on, donkeys. How much you got each? Over 200, and there's 6 of you. That's enough. See, I can do maths. Battle of the Ages still rages on up here. I wonder if the gold requirement just scales indefinitely. It probably does. They've got that. It's sloppy, but they've got it. Look at that, I'm actually escorting my convoy. It's like I'm playing the game properly. Disgusts me. Where are they? Have they been? No? Guys? Oh, here we go. Do we wait to finish off the bandits just for that satisfaction? It's burning, leave it. Move on. Since we're so close to destroying all of the bandit camps, I'm going to do that first. Just for the fun. I can end the mission at any time. No, I can't. But soon. Hang on. Look at that, we get to watch a bar go up. Ooh, that was fun. We get to lose a town as well. This way the announcer woman gets to congratulate me for all my hard work to killing the bandits. And I want that praise. I need that praise. Say something. Damn this woman.
With the gold he had raised, Dmitry purchased Paraslav outright. Moscow's power over the region was now secure. With the surrounding principalities under Dmitry's sway, Moscow was now the preeminent power among the Rus. The time was coming to throw off the Mongol yoke.
I can get behind that notion. I didn't like paying them. It didn't sit well with me. But now, let's reverse that. Hopefully, in the next mission. I don't know if we're going to jump straight into that, but it's coming up. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.